Hey, it's Joe. The title of this little video here is building a list of 200 to 400 motivated sellers in about 3 minutes and contacting them with an automated message that between 8 and 15% will say yes to. That's what we're doing with the Automarketer. That's what we're doing with the push button method. And when those people say yes, so what that means is, out of 200 to 400 people, you're going to get 20 to 40 solid potential buyers, or I'm sorry, solid potential sellers for property that you can get control over, and then you can turn around and sell to lease option buyers. And if you can do that, and if your conversion is good, if you're really good at this, you can convert between 30 and 70% of those people that come in out of that 20 to 40. If you're not very good, you can still convert 5 to 10% of the people you talk to. So if you're only converting on a 5% on this type of leads, that means that you're doing approximately 1 or 2 a week. So if you're doing 1 a week, and you do that over 52 weeks, and you make an average of $3,500 per deal, that means you're making $182,000 a year using this little technique, this very simple technique. And it's not going to take you that many hours per deal to make it work. If you can, once you get it going, once you get experienced, if you have 3, 4, 5 hours into a deal, that's a lot of time that you have in one deal. So if you're working maybe 250 hours a year over a 52 week period, that's a lot better than working 40 hours a week. And your life will change dramatically when you get the system set up to do this kind of thing. So the way we're doing it, the way we're building a list like this, is we're using a scraper, a Craigslist scraper. And it's in my new auto marketing system. The Automarketer has a scraper in it where you put in your criteria you want. Say, okay, I want, let's say, Indianapolis, and I want to pull up all the for sale by owners in Indianapolis on Craigslist. And I click a button, and it starts to scrape those off of Craigslist, and it'll give me a list of all those email addresses. And then we send out a message to those folks saying something like, would you consider selling your home rent to buy rather than just renting it? And then we get a response back from 8 to 15% of those people. And some of them call us, some of them send us back emails. When we get back an email, the Automarketer automatically categorizes those people into one of 3 categories. Yes, and if it's a yes, it puts them into an autoresponder that says, go check out my offer. Here's the website. Go look at this offer, and it'll tell you exactly what we're doing. The website's already set up, by the way. It's part of the clone system of the push-button method. And they go look at that, and if they like it, they can fill out the form. If they don't like it or they don't want to do it, then they don't do anything, and a few days later, they get another email from us saying, hey, we're still interested in buying, go check out the website. And it follows up with them forever until they either opt out, because they have a one-click button that they can opt out, or they buy from us, or sell to us, or they die, or they change their email address. And if one of those things happens, then they go off our list. Otherwise, they keep getting followed up on. The other category is people that say no. Well, we don't ignore those. We also send them, we put them into the autoresponder, and a week later, 2 weeks later, we send them another email saying, hey, we're still interested. If you haven't sold your property yet, we'd like to buy it rent to buy. Would you consider it now? And that continues to go out to them over every few weeks until they die or until they sell their property as well. The last category is they say yes, but they also give us a phone number. And I believe that you should call those people. So when that happens, you just have to look at the list. You pick the person. You can filter them out by the people that have called, and you can go into the contact management. You can see the phone number, see the email that they sent. You call them, and you put the deal together over the phone. And that's how you put together a lot of leads and a lot of deals like this. You can set it up so that it's all automated, so you don't have to talk to anybody, or you can set it up so that it's most optimized, which is where you do talk to some of those folks. But you're not spending a lot of time with them. It takes 5, 10, 15 minutes at the most to put together a lease option memo if you know what you're doing. And knowing what you're doing is just a matter of learning the process and then doing some practice. There is a learning curve with this, and the people who follow through with it and do as I teach succeed. The people who don't, they don't make any money at all. So if you follow through this process the way I'm teaching it, you'll do very well. And if you use the automation, It'll make it more consistent. It'll make the money coming in regular. It'll make leads coming in so you don't have to do anything to get those leads coming in. They're calling you. They're contacting you. And when they contact you, then you feel like, oh, this is another way to get over, having your life get in the way as well. If people are calling you, you feel obligated to call them back and do it. Don't get into the situation where you don't call people back when they're interested in selling their house and they want to work with you. That's just a huge mistake. And these people are real people that can really do it, and you can really make money making this happen. All right, build a seller's list using these techniques. You're going to love it.